the IVNews here at the Rose Bowl for a contest between the UCLA Bruins and the Arizona Wildcats. The Bruins were very successful as they tamed the Wildcats by a score of 17-7. Stay tuned for videos and interviews to follow.
Outstanding performance. Talk about it.
It was fun.
Yeah.
It was fun, man. I felt good out there. It's the first time. Really, I think the team just felt good to go out there and, man, it was fun. That's all I can say. I think we played a great game. Obviously, penalties killed us. And luckily, we still came out with a win, and that just sort of shows how good of a team we can be. But I think, the coaches have done their part up to this point, and we as players have to do ours and negate those penalties.
Talk about your running performance.
Teams are starting to drop 8, and I would like to say that's in respect to the pass game. So when you drop 8 a lot, there aren't that many passing lanes, and you have to be able to run the ball. And as a quarterback, it's almost like 2-on-2 everybody when you drop 8 in coverage. So not too much stuff is open.
Talk about your patience in the first half. You were only down by 4 points.
Yeah.
They were leading 7-3. But then you had a breakout performance in the second half.
Yeah.
What did the coach tell you guys, or what was the emphasis?
The emphasis was really just go out and don't hurt yourself. We went in the locker room, told everybody to take a deep breath and told them not to. We had 10 penalties for 100 yards in the first half, and we were only down 4 points. And we had been in the red zone twice. It was the signs of showing that we were killing ourselves. And if we just take a deep breath, play our game, no flags, we're going to come out victorious. And that's what we did the second half. We came out and we handled our job. We got the win, which is a huge win for us.
Hey, thanks, Brad.
No problem, man. Appreciate it. Thank you, Coach.
They average 40, and your team scores a bunch too. Are you surprised just the way the game played out?
Yeah. I guess everybody thought it was going to be a lighted up offensive showdown and turned into a defensive battle. So credits to our defense, though, man. Everybody out here, please let your headlines be the UCLA defense. Came with it, and they played their butts off. I think that was the 4th ranked offense in the country, and to shut them to 7 points. And honestly, the 7 points they got was on those 2 flags. So it could have been a donut, and to do that versus this type of offense and this type of game and this type of moment, that says a lot about our defense. It says a lot.
What does it say about you guys as far as beating them as high as they were ranked?
Huge. We're just happy, man. We knew we could, we can beat anyone when we play our best. And I think today, obviously, we didn't play our best, but we had a good showing. And obviously, penalties and that keeps as a reoccurrence with us that we have to stop. But it really just shows how good of a team we can be. Obviously, everybody's wondering about Colorado winning in double overtime and Cal, and all those games.
Right.
We got to win, and that's all that matters.
Talk about the momentum that you guys will gather from this victory.
Huge. We have another big one versus Washington, another great team. They played some great opponents and won a lot of games, and they're doing well this year. So we got to come with it. You can't have a big up and have a lull. You have to keep rising, and I think for us to be able to click at this point in the season would be really good for us.
Are you going to work on sliding? Is that something you're open to doing?
To be honest, I'm not a slider. I never will be. I tried it in the Nebraska game my freshman year. If you guys remember that, messed up my ankle.
Coach Mazzoni was saying that you did a really good job at managing the game.
I think taking smart shots, obviously, like the one to JP, and we hit it in a couple deep throws we had, and it's when you take those opportunities at the right time. If it's short distance, you understand that you got to get the ball out of your hands or not take a sack and run with it. And like I said, when teams are starting to drop 8, and for some reason a lot of teams are doing that now, and credit to our receivers, our O-line and stuff, because there's a lot of respect to our offense and our pass game, but you're going to be able to run the ball, and as a quarterback sitting back there and making time, when there's 8 guys in coverage, you got to, it's a small window fault.
Are you sure it's not the quarterback's fault?
So my fault.
What did you see out of Brett tonight?
See, look, I didn't even know he was there. I didn't even know he was there. You see how I answered that, Brett?